Patriots and Lions are set for a big-time showdown Sunday at Gillette Stadium. The Pats are averaging 40.5 points during their 6-game winning streak. The Lions are the top-rated defense in just about every category, so it's one of those classic offensive versus defensive showdowns. We'll see if the Patriots can knock off their third consecutive division leader today or Sunday at Gillette Stadium. For them to do that, let's discuss 3 key areas the Patriots need to succeed in order to come away with a victory. Number 1, the biggest thing, a little bit of a different twist to it this week, but protect Tom Brady, keep that Lions defensive front with Ndamukong Suh and company off his back. But again, everybody tries to do that with 5 offensive linemen and some tight ends, 5 offensive linemen, some tight ends, some running backs. It doesn't really matter. That front is damn good, and the Patriots have to make sure that Tom Brady's got the time to throw.
Yeah, without question, and they tend to move Sue around, so it's not just up to Nate Solder or Sebastian Vollmer or a combination of whoever. Everyone is going to get their chance to try and stop this guy. And in the past, this particular line has given the Patriots some fits. They've gotten to Brady. They've made his life miserable. On some occasions, they've done well against him. So it's going to be, again, another test for the Patriots' offensive line. Of late, they've played very well. We'll see how they stand up to this big, tough, physical line, and Sue in particular.
Brady's only been sacked 5 times during the 6-game winning streak, and I wonder really what this back 7 that the Lions have is made of. They haven't really gone against any quality opponents. Again, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers weren't really rolling when the Lions beat Green Bay earlier this season. The Lions beat Drew Brees and the Saints when Jimmy Graham had a shoulder injury. And again, the front was a big reason for it. Drew Brees started to get into a rhythm a few weeks back in the second and third quarters, started to figure out some of those zone defenses that I would expect the Lions to play against the Patriots. But then that defensive front just got rolling, and the amount of momentum that they created, Drew Brees had no chance to throw. The balls were thrown all over the field to no receivers, and that's why the Lions are just so good. So we'll see if the Patriots can test that back 7. Of course, keeping Sue and everybody off his back is a big reason or a big way in order to do that. And number 2, sort of similar idea, to run or not to run. If you're the Patriots, you got Jonas Gray and a newly signed LeGarrette Blount. Gray had 201 yards last week, but the Lions are the best run defense, or I think the 5th-ranked run defense in the NFL right now, but the number 1 run defense on first down in the NFL. The Patriots went against the number 2 first down run defense in the NFL against the Broncos a few weeks ago, so they threw it 58 out of 75 times. So what do you do today?
Well, the Patriots are a game plan team, offense and defense. They scheme specifically against the team they're playing. So why are they going to bang their head against the wall? If they're not going to be able to run, they're going to throw to set up to run. So especially, they play zone. Brady typically picks apart zones. That's one of his specialties. Not that there aren't quite a few. So I expect them to come out throwing the football, and in turn that'll allow them to run a little bit here and there. But they'll do screen passes. They'll set up their run by throwing, and they'll throw it a ton.
Absolutely, and it's got to be more than just about the screen passes. The Lions they know everybody wants to throw screens against them, and you kind of got to set them up. You got to do it in situations where they're not really expecting it, because they are so good against it. They play square to the ball. They got their cornerbacks on the outside, always facing forward. It's a very disciplined defense that really knows how to play situational football. So again, this should be a really, really good test. Number 3, the defensive matchups should be really fun. We all want to see Darrelle Revis and Calvin Johnson. Since Revis signed and we knew that the Patriots were going to play Calvin Johnson and the Lions, this is the matchup that we've all been looking for. But do you do that? Do you play Revis on Johnson and then kind of put Brandon Browner on the inside against some of those tight ends and Kyle Arrington on Golden Tate? Or do you play Revis against Tate and Browner on Johnson and then kind of let the middle work itself out? There's some fun possibilities. But again, we want to see Revis and Calvin.
We absolutely, marquee matchup, strength against strength, mano against mano. Megatron, people are waiting to see this matchup. He's been hurt, but, as we've seen with Revis all year long, when he gets these one-on-one matchup, he shut the guy down. Last week, they threw a little bit of a wrinkle in because we expected him to take on T.Y. Hilton, because T.Y. Hilton was Andrew Luck's explosive guy, big play receiver. Only the Pats threw Kyle Arrington at him, and Revis was given Reggie Wayne. The beauty of the Patriots secondary is they have so much depth that they can move their pieces around. They can shuffle the decks a little bit. It doesn't always have to be Revis against the guy you would expect him to be against. It's the best matchup. So if Belichick and Matt Patricia deem it to be Revis on Megatron, so be it, and the rest of the dominoes will fall along.
The big question here is, what is the Lions' offense made of outside of Megatron and Golden Tate? Matt Stafford might not have 20 touchdown passes at the end of this season. He's on pace to throw for his fewest passing yards by about 400 than he's ever had in a full season in his career.
And it's stunning, given what he has at his disposal. Although, as we've said, Megatron hasn't played quite a bit. He's had an ankle problem, an elbow problem, so he hasn't quite been at full strength.
He's always hurt, though. I mean, he finds ways, except for this season, really, to play through a lot of these injuries. And when he's hurt, when he's 75% of himself, he's still probably better than anybody at the wide receiver position in the league. So might get a chance to see the two most dominant pass catchers in the league on this one field in Gronkowski and Megatron on Sunday. We'll see how the Patriots are able to defend one and how the Lions try to defend the other. To follow all of our coverage, you can find us on BostonHerald.com and the Blitz Blog.